Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. This is our daily editorial analysis and my name is Alpa Sharma. So good to see all of you back here. Very good morning. Can you hear and see me very clearly, everyone? Good morning, everyone. If you could quickly confirm if I'm clearly visible and audible. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sakhi, Tanu, Preeti, Purva, Kinza. Can you hear and see me clearly? Yes. Good morning. I've been absolutely good. So glad to see all of you back waiting for me. And finally, the relocation is over. So the classes, yes, clearly visible and audible. And the classes have restarted. CLAT बहुत दूर नहीं है. Good morning, Abhinav. Saikat, good morning. Okay, so yes, long time, but now that I'm back, the classes are going to be happening every day. Acha, now, let me take you through a few things before I tell you what's going to be the agenda. So we're going to be first taking two articles today. One article that I've taken is from The Guardian. हिंदू को मुझे I have no idea क्या हो गया है. I just can't find any great article from the Hindu. It's been a while that we've taken a brilliant article. Even if the article is good, it is usually there in the text and context. Have you realized the same, everyone? Most of the articles that appear in the opinion and editorial page, they aren't very apt from the perspective of our examination. Yes, Arshia, that's planned on Thursday. Yes, that's planned on Thursday. Thursday, Tuesday, I'm not really sure, but which forms to fill, that class is already planned. I'll let you know about that tomorrow morning if it's going to happen tomorrow, okay? Acha. Apart from that, one article is from The Guardian. The second article that I'm going to take is from the Indian Express. You are going to love this article. It's beautiful. You are going to have a fun time reading that article. I'm hopeful that you were regular with the newspaper through the days while I was not coming to the classes. I hope you were regular. This new city has a lot of mosquitoes. It's getting so difficult for me to sit here. Okay, nonetheless, let's continue. I'm going to be taking out vocabulary from these two articles. Only one slide of vocabulary. Super easy articles, but very interesting. Can easily be framed into reading comprehensions. Easily, both of it. We'll discuss the tone of the author and the summary of each article under my video in the comment section. And in the end, we'll look at today's Hindu Indian Express. We'll see what is important that we need to read today and what is that we can miss out on. Okay, very good, Abhinav. Others, yes, I hope you were regular with the newspapers. Please don't do this mistake of leaving out on newspapers, even if you think. पता है बहुत सारे लोगों के माइंड में ये आता होगा कि मैम अब तो पेपर सेट हो चुका होगा, अब पेपर पढ़ने का क्या नीड है. लास्ट ईयर का जीके देखा था. 10 दिन पहले का भी जीके एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट हो सकता है. They can put in any question. Okay, if it is for reading comprehensions, probably the reading comprehensions have already been set. But should you be attending the classes regularly? Should you still be reading editorials regularly? Yes, because that will keep you in a pace of your habit of reading. So don't leave out on the habit of reading every day, specifically the editorials of good newspapers. Okay, so that's the idea here. All right. So let's start with our vocabulary, but before, yes. So this is the only slide that we have for vocabulary out of the two articles. Super easy, simply written. This is the first slide. The first word here is tread. So treading is a way of walking. How you tread is how you walk. You can tread slowly, swiftly, whatever way that you have of walking is how you tread, how you proceed with something. Acha. Currently I am in which city? I have relocated to Bangalore. So all the peeps who are in and around Bangalore, I can probably arrange a studio visit for you. I can see you guys. Yes. तनु ये भी पाइपलाइन में है, ये मैं फ्राइडे को बता दूंगी. Just give me one day. All of the people who are worried about which forms to fill, ये भी एक सेशन लूंगी. BA, BBA, BSc, LLB कौन सा फिल करना है, ये भी एक सेशन लूंगी. और इंपोर्टेंट आर्टिकल्स का रिवीजन फ्राइडे से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, सो वो भी लूंगी. ऑल ऑफ यू नीड टू बी रेगुलर विद द क्लासेस नाउ ऑन. ओके, Okay. All right. Yes, yes, exactly, Sakhi. It's related to the same thing. Absolutely, yes. To walk, to touch, to go. Absolutely, Ragini. These are the synonyms to it. Let's look at the second word, metaphor. If you guys are preparing for CLAT, you will already know this word because figure of speech is an important part in CLAT. So this will help, is one of the figure of speech. But how is this used in the article? The entire article is based on metaphors. Metaphor is basically an indirect comparison. Comparison between two unrelated things. That is an indirect one. So a likeness or an analogy or a relationship or a comparison between two things which are otherwise unrelated is a metaphor. That is one figure of speech. Okay? I hope you've done figure of speech. If you haven't, you should be doing them. Figure of speech is a very important topic. Okay? Previous important articles, Srishti, Friday. Now onwards, every Friday I'll take a revision of the important articles that you had missed out on. All right. ठीक है आगे बढ़े चलो next word is a heist. So I'm sure all of you who've seen the money heist, you would know what that is. A heist is basically a robbery. Metaphor, heist, sounds like a good article, right? It is a good one. So it's a hold up or a robbery. 4 men were involved in the armored car heist. So probably they were stealing cars. That's a heist. Next word, conscience. What is your conscience? Achha, conscience is when your heart tells you this is right and this is wrong. Right and wrong, not per se rules that the society, the laws have made for us. Conscience is right and wrong according to what you are expected to do, how you're expected to behave. For example, if there's a person who is thirsty, you offer him water. You don't hurt somebody's feelings. You don't bully somebody. इसके कोई rules नहीं है, लेकिन ये आपका conscience बताता है कि ये सही है और ये गलत है. So your moral sense of viewing something as right or wrong is your conscience. He had a guilty conscience about his desires. So maybe his desires were not right. He wanted to conquer the West by using nuclear weapons. His conscience said, अच्छा West से याद आया, NATO में बहुत कुछ हो रहा है. Follow कर रहे हो? I'm sure follow कर रहे होगे. It's actually a worldwide drama that's happening now. I'm sure you must be following it. Political heist. Yes, Rishabh, that's exactly how I'm going to use the word in the article today. Political heist. Okay. Hi, Divjot. Hi, Shahi. Okay. No, Shafi. That's not what's going to happen. Okay. अच्छा एक बात बताओ, क्लास अटेंड कर रहे हो ना, आ रहा है ना समझ में, तो लाइक कर दो ना, आती अटेंडेंस लगा दिया करो अपनी कि लाइक कर दिया, अटेंडेंस लग गई है, गुरु दक्षिणा दे दी है. पढ़ाई करते हो तो गुरु दक्षिणा तो पे करना होता है ना, पे कर दो एक बार गुरु दक्षिणा. ओके, लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट द नेक्स्ट वर्ड. आई होप कॉन्शियस इज क्लियर टू एवरीबडी. The last word is culpability. Again, you guys are going to be law students very, very soon. You already are half the way through it. So culpability is something you would already know. Culpability is your, what wrong have you done, or are you liable to receive some blame? That's the culpability. The level of moral culpability, moral wrongdoing is the moral culpability that's being mentioned here. Okay. So if you're at fault, if you did something wrong, if you are worthy of blaming, is the culpability. Guilt. Yes, Srishti, for culpability, correct? Yes. Accountability, yes. Accountability से better Arshia is blameworthiness. Liability, yes. Homicide नहीं होगा, नहीं बच्चे, homicide तो ठीक. अच्छा, culpable homicide से link कर रहे हो, ठीक है. हाँ मतलब guilty है, okay. Blame, guilty, yes. All of these are synonyms. Okay, so that is all. Quickly take a screenshot, everyone. Slide number 1. Screenshot ले लो जल्दी से. Then let's move to the articles. Okay, done, everybody? Give me a second, please. Okay. Tread फिर से बताऊं, विवेक, treading is आप किस तरीके से चलते हो. Your way of walking is treading. So you can walk quickly, swiftly, slowly. How you walk, that manner of walking is treading. How you tread is how you walk. Okay. Now, let's start with the article. Here it is. Okay. But before that, if you're targeting CLAT 2023, a new batch has been launched. Look no further. Jaldi se enroll kar lo because December mein CLAT hone wala. You don't have a lot of time left. The sooner you start, the better your chances are of getting into your dream NLU. Jaldi se enroll kar lo. The first article from The Guardian is here. So the Guardian view on nature tourism. Okay. Now, you know who a tourist is, right? When you travel, when you go to far-flung places or something that's nearby you staying, what is that you look for? I would want to know answers from you. If you are a tourist and you go somewhere, what is that you look for? Don't tell me shopping. Please don't answer that. Yes, Shruti, I'm equally happy. I'm equally happy. Yes, Shrishti, and that too super easy words because the language is easy, but these articles can easily be framed into reading comprehensions. Now tell me, what do you look for when you go out as a tourist? What do you wish to see? What do you wish to do? Do you want to go shop? I see a lot of people going out and shopping. Places, okay. Natural beauty, yes. Yes. Monuments, yes. Correct. Historical monuments, yes. Adventurous activity, amazing experience, famous places. Yes, Vaishnavi, I think I'll pick up your famous places as the answer and then we'll discuss this article. अब एक बात बताओ, Vaishnavi, if I go and visit a famous place, why would I visit it? I would visit it for the uniqueness it holds. But if that uniqueness is no more unique, I can easily view something of that sort in things around me or touristy places around me. Should I be adding on to so much of carbon footprint by visiting those touristy and famous and historical places? If these things are in abundance in nearby places as well, I shouldn't. That's the whole article is about. Yes, relaxation, nature. So this is what the article is about. If we go to, for example, I go to see the Taj Mahal, a good hotel with a great view. So Abhinav, I think you like relaxing while you travel. Environment, serenity, Rishabh, yes. तो आपको पता है मेरा आंसर बिल्कुल अलग है. इस आर्टिकल के एंड में बताऊंगी why do I travel and what do I look for while I'm traveling. ठीक है. So now, the Greek historian Herodotus is said to have made one of the earliest list of 7 wonders of the world. Of course, ये list change होती रहती है, कभी चीजें add होती है, कभी चीजें हटती हैं. Very luckily, Taj Mahal has invariably been a part of the list, right? So these 7 wonders of the world, and I'm sure everybody would, while we were studying this in the GK school textbooks, we would have always wanted to visit these wonders of the world. These were man-made structures, including the still mysterious feat of an ancient horticulture known as the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. I'm sure you've seen the pictures of this, right? So, ये list में था. But ये place जो चीज offer करती है, अगर वैसी ही similar, not exact, but वैसी ही कोई चीज मुझे मेरे आसपास के टूरिस्टी places में visit करने को मिलती है, why do I travel to a far-flung place? More recent times saw natural alternatives to these marvels of classical architecture proposed. That is, we had alternatives. We had waterfalls, mountains, not all together, all of them probably, but we could have visited waterfalls separately and mountains separately and canyons separately and reefs separately. India is full of all of these. Probably not so many of these, at least these, but we still have some. So, why do I go to a different country, take a long haul flight, put in so much money, so much carbon emission from the flight and the train and the road transport that I'm taking? That's exactly what the article focuses on. Have you seen Taj Mahal? Of course I have, multiple times. And that's exactly, Prachi, that's exactly why the article is here, my child. That's exactly why the article is here. So, dramatic landscapes, features, and wildlife are the pleasure and excitement they offer to visitors. Which places offer these things? The alternatives that we have. And these are the staples of tourism. Most of you said the pleasure, the excitement, the adventure, the wildlife, the beauty, natural beauty, landscape, all of these things. We have ample of that around us. As environmental consciousness has risen in the West. ध्यान से देखना अभी एक important line पढ़ाऊंगी. Attitudes to such sightseeing have changed. Yes, it is thrilling to visit remote forest or spot rare species. I would probably take a 5-hour flight to spot rare species of animals, like go to Ladakh and see rare species. But traveling to far-flung destinations is carbon intensive. And when flights or long road journeys are involved, and conservation can be made more difficult as well as assisted by sightseers. Now, I'm sure you agree to the fact that Guardian is on a journey to make you guys or all of us as readers more conscious about our environment. Have you realized each of the time I've taken an article from the Guardian, it is something either related to the COP26 or anything that relates to carbon emission for sure. I'm sure you guys agree to it that Guardian is on a mission. We don't see so much of inclination specifically from a newspaper from the West with so much inclination to protecting the environment. Thus, this relates the carbon footprint that we leave behind while we are tourists. So it could be taking a long haul flight with a lot of petrol and diesel and gas going in, or for example, we destroying the area with plastic and everything else. So there is a balance to be struck. The ethical governments and businesses around the world try to maximize the benefits while minimizing the harms. Maximizing the benefit through increment in tourism. After finally we are able to travel, after the COVID has subsided, we need to maximize the benefit, aid to tourism, and minimizing the harm, minimum carbon footprint to each of the places. Yes, exactly. So, good morning, Ritik. Video is not clear? In the app, Abhinav, Ragini, Ritik, could you please confirm, is my video not clear? Looks clear to me, बच्चे जल्दी से एक बार confirm कर लो ऐप में. Ragini, Abhinav, Rishabh, Ritik, is my video clear? Yes, Ritik, you are. एक बार जल्दी जल्दी कंफर्म कर दो प्लीज ऐप में. इज माय वीडियो क्लियर? क्लियर है? ओके. रागिनी बच्चे प्लीज फिक्स योर इंटरनेट. बच्चे प्लीज चेक योर इंटरनेट वंस. मोस्ट ऑफ अस, अब देखो ये लाइन पढ़ो. Okay, read this line and tell me what do you construe out of it. Most of us in the rich countries where people take most holidays understand better than ever that there are costs as well as benefits associated with exploring. क्या समझ में आ रहा है इस लाइन से? क्या कंक्लूजन निकाल रहे हो इस लाइन से? Yes, yes, Karthik, I'm equally elated. What do you construe out of it? Most of us in the rich countries where people take most holidays understand better than ever that there are costs as well as benefits associated with exploring. What do you understand out of the line? Anybody? No one? I actually find this line a little demeaning because the moment you specify a country is rich, you actually differentiate between the richer ones, the poorer ones. And you also specify the fact that in the richer countries where most of the people take most of the holidays, right? Now, once he focuses on the richer countries and the number of holidays people in richer countries take, he also focuses on the fact that people have started understanding better that while you're traveling, you're aiding the tourism industry, but you're also creating harm. Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly. Yes. Samarth, Purva, yes, Divjot, all of you are correct. हाँ, Shefi, you're right. कोई बात नहीं. One of the 6 pledges proposed by the environmental campaign launched last month, the jump, is to holiday local. Yes, we can do that. We'll go around 1 hour drive, 2 hours drive. I'll holiday local. I'll not travel to far-flung places. I'll take short-haul flights once every 3 years. अरे यार ये तो बहुत ज्यादा कम हो जाता है. Once every 3 years. I probably take once every 3 months. Long haul flights, very rarely. I would have probably taken once every year, but I think with this holiday local thing, I'll have to understand that fact. Fortunately, the UK's 50 national parks, 86 areas of outstanding natural beauty, and countless other, Scotland is one place I would love to visit someday, and countless other landscapes that are without formal status but beloved nonetheless. That is going local, finding out places that don't have a formal status of being a touristy place, yet they are loved. Mean that there is no shortage of special place for domestic nature tourists to visit, while a host of European beauty spots can be accessible by rail. That is nearby distance में है सब कुछ. India में भी there are, while people ask me how many countries have you visited and which is the best country you visited, trust me on this. I have been to more than 12, 13 countries in the world, and I've been to almost intensively traveled almost every state in my country, and that comes from my experience. तुम इंडिया भी अच्छे से घूम लोगे ना, तो it has so much to offer, such a big variety to offer that you probably don't have to go to a foreign location. India is full of it. Okay, now see, Falguni, the last paragraph basically talks about how the UK government has come up with a guideline of traveling local, and it urges people to go local and travel locally rather than going extensively beyond their own country or their own continent. That is what it focuses on. So it says हर 3 साल में एक local flight ले लो और एक international flight बहुत rarely लो. ट्रेन से ट्रैवल करो जहां पॉसिबल है, क्योंकि ये चीजें आप कवर कर सकते हो अपने आसपास विदाउट मेकिंग अ बिग मार्क ऑन द कार्बन फुटप्रिंट. Okay, that's what the article's last paragraph talks about. One recent survey found that Windsor Great Park and Kew have become Britain's most popular attractions, while COVID has created difficulties in indoor spaces. Nothing very important here. Some companies that formerly ran foreign trips have adapted to the pandemic by taking people to watch dolphins. That is local traveling. इंडिया में भी जो टूरिज्म एजेंसीज है ना, वो मैक्सिमम रेवेन्यू अर्न करती है फॉरेन ट्रिप से. थाईलैंड लेके जाएंगे बैचलर्स ट्रिप, और मॉलडीव्स लेके जाएंगे हनीमून ट्रिप. सो ये फॉरेन ट्रिप से दे अर्न अ लॉट, बट आफ्टर द पैंडेमिक दे स्टार्टेड picking up local tourism like watching dolphins and other marine life of British coast instead. So they've started focusing on that. How things have changed because local is necessary. This is not to minimize the destruction of nature that is also taking place. Local traveling इसलिए नहीं हो रहा कि हम destruction बहुत कर रहे हैं world में. We have to minimize that. Ma'am, but giving West the credit of environmental consciousness is that not a biased statement regarding the rest of the world? It absolutely is. अभिनव, अगर आपने COP26 में गैसग्लाउ मीट में हमारे कंट्री के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव के स्टेटमेंट्स सुने थे, आप बिल्कुल अग्री करोगे कि वेस्ट को क्रेडिट देना एनवायरमेंट कॉन्शियसनेस के लिए तो बिल्कुल गलत है, क्योंकि हमारे अकॉर्डिंग तो वेस्ट ही रिस्पॉन्सिबल है for all the chaos that has been created in the world, and they first need to work and they need to pay us so that we can also work towards it. So it's absolutely a biased one. So now, but as we comfort from the environmental emergency that grows, oh no, we were right here. This is not to minimize the destruction of nature that is also taking place. Sewage outflows are out of control due to failed water industry regulation. Sewage का क्या लेना देना है? Climate change, carbon footprint or tourism से? Let's see that. The owners of the popular Rewilded estate in the BYJU'S have warned that plans to build 3,500 homes next to their land would be catastrophic for the species that live there. But as we confront the environmental emergency that grows ever more dangerous, it is essential to cultivate appreciation for the nature that surrounds us. That is, things will get worse if we have to go to far-flung places to visit them. We need to appreciate what is around us. पता है एक आर्टिकल आया था, if you remember, CLAT 2007. Beauty around us, beauty in commonplace. Do you remember that article? CLAT 2007. Do you remember? 2007. Beauty in commonplace, nature, things around us, probably a bird chirping outside the window, or probably a peacock dancing in all its glory. Beauty in commonplace. Remember that article, everyone? These are only the examples that I'm giving you. The article did not say that. क्या हो गया समर्थ? नहीं याद है? आपको तो याद होना चाहिए था. No? Okay. Chalo. I'm glad मुझे याद actually. After the class you go back and find the article and solve it. But as in a small way, holiday outings to watch dragonflies, kingfishers or seals or be surrounded by trees that are coming into leaf could help us focus on what matters. Beauty in commonplace, beauty that surrounds us, rather than going to far-flung places to watch something that's rare. Okay, so what's the tone of the author here, everyone? Please write down the summary under my video in the comment section. What's the tone? किसी को याद नहीं है वो article? Weird. Tell me what's the tone here, everyone. Also, all those people who haven't liked the video yet, please do that right now. You're going to aid my growth by doing that. Like the video, share the video. You haven't shared it in quite some time as well. A lot of people don't know that I've come back. Suggestive? No. No. Not suggestive. क्या करना? अच्छा, okay, ठीक है, हाँ, suggestive, okay, yes, you could say suggestive. You could say suggestive. I'm sorry. Yes, you could say suggestive. Yes, very good, Ragini. Concerning. Hi, Bani. Didactic. Yes, you could call it didactic as well. Because वो instructions दे रहा है आपको suggestion के साथ साथ कि क्या करना है, कैसे करना है. So yeah, you could call it suggestive or didactic. Okay. Ready for the next article, everyone? You're going to have a fun time reading that. Indian Express with all the sarcasm that's hidden in it, with all its glory. But before that, you know, today is the last day for All India Mega Mock on the basis of ALET's new pattern. Don't miss out on it. If you want to know your rank, where do you stand out of thousands of other people who sit for the examination throughout the country. It ends today at 11:55 a.m. तुम लेट हो गए हो, अब तुम मॉक या तो अभी स्टार्ट कर दो, है ना, तो फिनिश कर सकते हो, क्लास के बाद दे देना. ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल. अ ड्राइवरलेस कार इज स्टॉप्ड बाय अ पुलिस. चालान काटना उसका, बट किसका चालान? ड्राइवर तो है ही नहीं. इज दैट अ बिग मेटाफर for big techs? How is this a metaphor for big techs? How is this related to the big techs? A challan that was to be charged, but there was nobody who could be charged for something they had done, the car had done, because it's a driverless car. Let's understand this. Apart from being the subject of a viral video, the offending car is an apt metaphor for the crimes and lack of punishment for the Silicon Valley tech giants. How? Understand this. Silicon Valley, you know what that is, okay? There are tech giants. Giants can be Facebook, Google, Twitter. These are giants. Elon Musk, for that example. So we've got tech giants और इनका काम है innovation लेके आना. Specifically artificial intelligence में आजकल जो important हो रहा है, that's artificial intelligence. Now they create many things, but are they ever punished? Because the output of the AI can be disastrous. It sometimes has been disastrous. But are these giants who have been innovators of these technologies and AIs, are they ever punished? Take for example, hate speech going viral through Facebook. Do we punish Facebook for that? There was a lot of revelation coming out of the whistleblower that Facebook deliberately does that. Could we punish Facebook for that? We couldn't. The idea is that this example is a metaphor of we don't know who to punish. For example, here there was a car without a driver. We don't know who to punish. Similarly, big tech giants who innovate things, we don't know who to punish. Who is responsible? We don't know. That is what car owner कौन है बच्चे? अगर वो टेक्निकली कार ओनर देगा, बट कार ओनर बोलेगा मैं तो चला ही नहीं रहा था. हाँ, लीगली बात करोगे तो कार वाइकेरियस लाइबिलिटी में कार देगा, कार ओनर देगा. अग्रीड देना पड़ेगा उसको. So it could have been an April Fool's joke or perhaps even a scene from a B-grade horror flick. कि कार में कोई नहीं है, कार अपने आप चल रही है. And then what happens? In a dimly lit street on a dark night, a police stopped a car for driving without its headlight on. The car has no driver, no intention behind the wheel. So since there is no intention, without intention, आप कार को तो punish नहीं कर सकते हो. Is it a ghost, a joke, or a part of an elaborate heist? हो सकता है वो कोई चोरी करने जा रहा था, कोई heist करने जा रहा था वो कार. We don't know. A la Ocean's 11. What does this mean? What does Ocean's 11 mean? That's the whole article about, Preeti. So this is the whole article about. अब ये बताओ मुझे, what is Ocean's 11? Have you seen the movie Ocean's 11? Do you know the idiomatic meaning it has? A lot of idioms have come from a lot of movies, like Catch 22. Yes, exactly, Purva. It was a casino heist movie, and there were 11 people who were hired for this heist. And that's why the idiomatic meaning Ocean's 11. 11 people were hired for the heist. इसमें heist आपको पता है ना, डकैती, चोरी, basically आप robbery करते हैं, ठीक है? So क्या ये कोई heist था, like Ocean's 11, or was it a ghost? Was it a joke? In the age of Silicon Valley miracles, it could be all of the above. It could be a heist, it could be Ocean's 11, an example of a heist, it could be a ghost, it could be a joke, or it could be none of them. Matlab, the line says, in the age of Silicon Valley miracles, anything can happen. This driverless car would have been on a mission or would have been just driving carelessly or aimlessly without any agenda. Anything can happen in this current era of artificial intelligence going beyond our control. Earlier this month, the San Francisco police stopped a self-driving car and a video of the incident recorded by a bystander went viral. अब सबको प्लीज ये वीडियो देखना है ना तो क्लास के बाद देखना, अभी डिस्टर्ब मत करो क्लास, ओके? द टेक्नोलॉजी ऑफ कोर्स हैज बीन अराउंड फॉर सम इयर्स नाउ. ड्राइवरलेस कार है काफी टाइम से पॉपुलर हो रहा है, वी नो दैट, दो इट नॉट इन वाइड स्प्रेड यूज बाय कंज्यूमर्स. At least we haven't seen that with our own eyes. I've seen some videos circulating on the social media, but I haven't seen that with my own naked eyes. The offending vehicle, or is the artificial intelligence that guides it liable? कौन है liable? Vehicle आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस या आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस बनाने वाला कौन लाइबल है? इज सीन टू बी ड्राइविंग अवे फ्रॉम द कॉप्स। मतलब उसमें इतना दिमाग था कि मुझे रुकना नहीं है, आई हैव टू रन अवे। इमेजिन, ये बिल्कुल इंडियन रोड्स का सिनेरियो हो गया है। डू यू सी दिस? इट न्यू इट डजंट हैव टू स्टॉप, इट वाज रनिंग अवे फ्रॉम द कॉप्स। बट इवन इफ it had stopped, can it be held responsible? The car, no driver, the artificial intelligence that driving, or the makers of the artificial intelligence, who is responsible? After all, just as tigers. ये लाइन देखो, this is brilliant. आपको लगता है artificial intelligence creators अगर culprit है because vicarious liability है आपकी, what happens here? Will you consider a tiger liable for murder because he eats other humans if it becomes a man-eater? Or kangaroos liable for burglary because they have picked up something from a home? It is unlikely that a car without a driver can be charged with a traffic violation. So जब तक human involvement नहीं, तब तक हम किसी को liable नहीं मान सकते इधर. Guilt, innocence and liability. ये सब नेसेसरी है फॉर टेलिंग somebody that you're guilty or not guilty. AI doesn't have these. It doesn't have guilt, innocence, liability, and all of these. It doesn't have morality. Since it doesn't have morality, आप सही गलत कैसे बताओगे AI को? You can't do that. मैम, तब तो कार किसी का मर्डर भी कर सकता है, बिल्कुल कर सकता है, absolutely. Because if I am not guiding it, Gulshan, the AI is. Then I can say I am not responsible. I created the AI, and that's the whole article is about. कि कोई तो responsible होगा, and exactly what the article says is the makers of the AI are responsible. That is what the article is hinting at. कि कौन उनको liable बनाएगा? अब कोई रूल है उनके लिए कि उनकी liability होगी? वो तो बोल सकते AI मैंने बना दिया, अब AI कर रहा है जो कर रहा है, मैंने कुछ नहीं किया. So if the AI murders somebody, आप किसको responsible hold करोगे? That's the question that is being put up by the author here. Okay? So, since AI doesn't have morality, innocence, guilty, liability, आप नहीं दे सकते हो उनको. Apart from being the subject of a viral video, the offending car is an apt metaphor for the crimes. Now comes the relationship, Gulshan, जो मैं भी आपको समझा रही थी. That is, जो metaphor है यहाँ, ये driverless car, it's a metaphor for the crimes and lack of punishment for the Silicon Valley giants. उन्होंने क्या क्राइम किया है? क्या वो liable है? Are they being punished for creating an AI that can be disastrous, that can be offending, or that can be liable for a wrongdoing? So this is a metaphor for them. The conscience and culpability of companies are exported to the all-powerful algorithm. Somehow, though, the profits seem to accrue only to the billionaires. Elon Musk. भैया मेरे अगेंस्ट कोई ना कोई केस हो जाएगा. Shafi, that's exactly what I was saying. Give me a second. So, the billionaires seem to be getting more and more billionaire, and they know what the target is. They have set their sight and wealth on privatizing the heaven. That is, ये मेरा है, ये जो स्वर्ग है ना, ये मेरा है, ये प्राइवेटाइज है, तुम एंटर नहीं करोगे यहाँ. This heaven is my own. I have privatized the heaven here. Misinformation, effects on mental health, and even political coups of sorts have been laid at the door of the AI. That is, AI can give advantage to misinformation, ruining our mental health, political coups. Many times we've seen that on Facebook. And we've seen that all of these things laying down at the door of AI. Yet, for law enforcement, local, national, and international, any kind of law enforcement, big tech is still just a driverless car with no one to challan. This is the metaphor. Any big tech, Facebook, Google, anything, it's still a driverless car. and no one to चालान. किसको चालान करेंगे? फेसबुक को करेंगे, उसके ओनर को करेंगे, उसके एम्प्लॉयज को करेंगे, करेंगे कि नहीं करेंगे? We don't know who to चालान. A ghost, a joke, and a marvel of technology. That's what AI is. Tone of the author, my children. What is the tone? Yes, I mean, that's why his name has been coming up again and again. Because he's probably one of those few people who have been trying to privatize the heaven. Ye heaven mera hai. Good to see you back, Amin. What is the tone? What is the tone, everyone? Sarcastic? Yeah, it's a brilliant article. Sarcastic, yes. Satire. Say better sarcasm, actually. Sarcasm, yeah. Okay. Why these types of cars were made by companies? Is these were fantasies or rich people or any secret mission? It could be either or it could be none. That's exactly what the article says. Okay. I'm sure you understand this article as well, everyone. Concerning, yes, it's a little concerning as well. You're right, Ragini. So sarcastic and concerning. All right, now guys, please write down the summary of each article under my video in the comment section. I'll be checking them. Few things before I wind up the class. Pehli cheez, Friday, I'll be taking a recap of the important articles. That's the agenda. I'll be working on it today and tomorrow. Let's see if it works out or not. I'll also be taking which forms to fill session probably tomorrow. I'll keep you updated about that as well. Today at 12:30, I have a session on the BBA platform on para completion. So if you think you want to study para completion, see me at 12:30 on BYJU'S Exam Prep BBA channel. I'm sharing today's Hindu, Indian Express, Aeon, New York Times, Guardian, all of it on my screen right now. Let's see what are the important articles from all of these that we need to read and in the last few days that have appeared, specifically Aeon and the Guardian, and the articles we can miss. Please give me a second. प्रीति, यही रिस्ट्रेन दिखाने के लिए कि रिस्ट्रेन की जरूरत है, ये आर्टिकल लिखा गया है. Okay, sharing the Hindu, Aeon. Oh, give me a second. Hindu, Indian Express, Aeon, Guardian ले लिया है मैंने, और New York Times is here. Okay, let me share it in my background. Please give me a second. Yeah, that's fine. Here it is. Guardian is available for free. Bache, you just have to type the Guardian. Yeah, here it is. Now let's check out today's Hindu. Time for change. Yes. I think this is a very good one. I think I'll take it tomorrow. Skim through it. Skim through it. No. You can leave this article, okay? Did we just read something of this sort? You can just skim through it. Skim through it. The Indian Express. No, the text and context. Enforcement Directorate. अगर आपको नहीं पता है तो पढ़ लेना. If you know how that functions, आपको इसको पढ़ने का नीड नहीं है, ठीक है? द स्टेट ऑफ इंडियाज नेशनल साइबर सिक्योरिटी स्ट्रेटेजी स्कीम. Okay, let's look at where's the opinion here? Okay, proposal on the IPS officers should face disapproval of scheme. It shouldn't have taken a Booker shortlist recognized Gitanjali Shri. You could skim through this. Moscow, no. A win for constitutional values in Pakistan, Kenya, no. A fatal friendship with Beijing, no. Confidentially, right? Yes, this one's good. Read this, everyone. No, don't read this. Hate speech. That's all. That's all from today. Aeon. Please read this. It's a very good one. Acha, all those people who are not comfortable with economics, क्योंकि आप कॉमर्स बैकग्राउंड से नहीं हो या इकोनॉमिक्स नहीं पढ़ा है, आपके लिए ये आर्टिकल है. प्लीज पढ़ लेना, बहुत डिस्क्रिप्टिव है, समझ में आ जाएगा. Okay, ma'am, sometimes I'm not able to link up the passage and find it difficult to answer questions. Palak, you have to create a map in your mind. So I usually recommend mind mapping to people who can't link paragraphs in passage and then they can't make a bigger picture in their head. So you have to break each passage into smaller fragments. That is, each paragraph, what does it talk about? Next paragraph, what does it talk about? ऐसे छोटे छोटे fragments में break करके and then try to see कि ये बोलना क्या चाह रहा है, फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ सेकंड पैराग्राफ से लिंक कर कैसे रहा है. ठीक है, उनको लिंक करके एक बिगर पिक्चर बनाओ अपने दिमाग में. एमलेसली पढ़ोगे तो कभी भी लिंक नहीं कर पाओगे, क्वेश्चंस भी आंसर नहीं कर पाओगे. एमलेसली नहीं पढ़ना है, आपको लिंक बनाना है व्हाइल यू आर रीडिंग. ओके ओके, which article, Tanu, let me tell you, this is the article, the one behind me, beyond eurocentrism. ठीक है, truth is real. That's a very good one, on philosophy and education. Nature does not care. Brilliant. I'm going to take this article tomorrow. Should I? That's all. बाकी सब हम कर चुके हैं. We've covered up the rest. And the New York Times, okay? I don't think there's anything important here. No. So that's all, guys. I'll see you at 12:30, everybody, on the BBA YouTube channel with the para completion class. Make sure you attend that live. Ma'am, Purva, can you please send a few pictures of the mocks to my Telegram chat? I'll check it out and then I'll tell you how you can increase that. Okay? Thank you so much, everyone. Have a very good day. God bless all of you.